You zoomed your camera on the bunch of people who were dragging girls from one place to another like animals. One of those girls tried to scream for help, but they slapped her hard and she fell on ground. Looking at the scene, you almost slipped from the place in fear. You were hiding on the tree, trying to record everything happening on the board. You were trying your best to keep calm and not to fall down from the tree. It was scary enough with the dark night and bone-chilling cold. You are a news reporter, and when you got a news from your trusted source that some illegal thing is gonna happen in the town, you were sure that you will get some spicy news. But what you saw made you sad and shocked. You zoomed your camera and focused on the mafia leader. He was middle-aged man with clean-shaved face. After recording their faces and their activities, you switched off your camera and started climbing down the tree. You were on the last branch when it broke with a loud cracking sound, which made you fall on the ground with a loud thud. The first thing you checked was your camera. Luckily, it didn't break. "Who's there?" You heard someone yell. "No, no, this can't happen." You quickly stood up and started running from there. "Boss, someone was recording us." You heard a man yell to inform others. "Boss, find the person and kill him." You were aware of every part of the town. Guards were following you. You confused them with your tricks and finally you were able to escape from them. You were in big trouble, but first person you remembered to go to calm yourself was your loving and caring boyfriend. You reached his house quickly. You had the key of his apartment, so you opened the door, but when you reached his room, you got shocked. "Yes, baby, you are so good," you heard a girl moaning. You clenched on your clothes with a shocked face. Your boyfriend is cheating on you, which is very hard to believe because he was so loving and caring. You couldn't hear those sounds anymore and slammed the door open. Liam's face turned shocked and he quickly stood up, trying to hide his body. He found his shorts and quickly wore it. "Girl, excuse me, girl, don't you have any manners?" Ryan, "Shut up," you yelled at her, making her flinch. Liam, "I thought you will come tomorrow." He came near you, but you stepped back. Ryan, "Yeah, I was, but you know I am glad I came here." Liam, "Please listen, I can explain." Ryan, "No, please don't. You know I wanted to break up with you for a long time, but you were so loving and caring, so I didn't want it to break your heart. But I think now it's easy for me. Thank you and bye." Liam, "You want to break up? But why?" he asked, shocked. Ryan, "Actually, you couldn't satisfy me in bed. You never noticed that, but that's the truth." Liam, "What you said? I can't satisfy you?" Ryan, "Look, Liam, I'm in rush now, so bye." You walked out of his apartment. It was already sunrise. You took a deep breath and headed towards your office. You went to give the evidence to your boss, but when you reached the office building, you got shocked when you looked for your ID card, but it wasn't anywhere to be found. Ryan, "Did I drop it there? No, this can't happen. But I had my card when I went to the location for evidence. It must be there. I am dead now, but I need to give these recordings to the boss so he can take action." You ran towards your boss' office, but you froze on your place when you heard the voice of that mafia leader. "I want you to inform me as soon as she come here." Boss, "Don't worry, sir. I will make sure no one will know about it." You licked your dry lips and started thinking what to do. While you were thinking, someone yanked you suddenly. You were dragged towards the storeroom and the person shut the door immediately. "What the heck you are doing here? Do you know what you have done?" Ryan, "I don't know what to do, Amy. I am scared." Everyone is involved. They will kill me, Amy. Amy is your best friend. Amy, I know. Listen, you need to go underground for some time. That mafia wants to kill you at any cost, and no one here will support you. I also can't do much for you. You nodded your head. Amy took out a card from her pocket. Take this. This is my apartment in Seoul. I used to live there, but now I am here, so it's empty. You can hide there for some time. I hope they will not be able to track you in a big city. Vian, thank you so much, Amy. Thank you so much. You cried, hugging her tightly. Amy, run now. You don't have too much time. She pushed you towards the door. You wiped your tears and smiled. Once again, thank you so much. You ran out and reached your home quickly. You transferred all the data in pen drive with the videos and pictures. The pen drive was in a form of a pendant, so no one could guess it was a pen drive. You wore that pendant around your neck and started packing since they could reach at your house any moment to get you. Packing your important things, you rushed out without wasting a second. You headed towards train station. Luckily, no one was following you. After some time, you were sitting on your seat when you heard a masculine voice. Hi, do you want some? The boy asked you. He was a young boy in his 20s. You looked at him, then the bag of the chips in his hand that he was offering you. Suddenly, you felt your stomach grumbling. You took the bag from his hand and said, Thank you, I will pay for this. Come on, you don't need to be so formal. Just give me some beauty tips. You noticed his perfectly manicured hands and got a little confused. I am Oliver, and what you are thinking is absolutely right. I am gay. He chuckled. Ryan, you are beautiful. Oliver, oh please, I like hot men, and for you, I am not interested in that way. Anyways, you are a tourist? Ryan, no, I used to live here, but I am moving out from here. Oliver, did something happen? Ryan, yeah, it's a long story, and I really don't want to talk about it. You know, life of a news reporter, it's unpredictable. Oliver, are you really a news reporter? That's great. I really need one in my media house. I mean, where I work. Actually, our media house is new and we want a cool staff. So if you are free, then you can join. Ryan, really? I would love to. You don't know, but you saved my life. You are awesome. You hugged him in excitement. After that, you talked to Oliver about random stuff and finally reached Seoul. The first thing you did was discard your old SIM card and buy a new one. Amy has given you someone's number who can provide you a pay ID. The boy did his work, and done with all the procedures, you finally heaved a sigh of relief and thanked God for giving you a friend like Amy. With the help of Oliver, you joined Media House and started working. After 2 days, Oliver, girl, get ready. We are going to a club. Why? Club? It will be fun. Oliver, but I don't think you have anything good to wear, so let's go shopping first. After work, you went for shopping with Oliver, and he chose some good office clothes and some party dresses for you. At night, you both went to club. It was not crowded, but still plenty of people were there enjoying their drinks and dancing. Suddenly, Oliver held your hand. Don't take any pictures of anyone, he said in a serious tone. Why? What happened? Oliver, nothing. Let's enjoy. He didn't want it to scare you, so he hid that the two most dangerous and ruthless mafia are in the club. Oliver was also scared after seeing them, but tried to calm himself. He took you towards the counter of drinks. You both ordered drinks. Oliver was drinking and he almost spit it out when he saw them. The John Jungkook, dangerous mafia boss. All the people rushed out of his way when he walked towards the VIP section with his bodyguards. As soon as he vanished, another devil appeared. Taehyung, with a blank but a scary look on his face. They both were rivals to each other and they never failed to threaten each other by shedding blood. Both were powerful and it was very rare to see them at one place, and whenever they do, it doesn't end up good for everyone. Oliver was really scared and decided to go home when he heard a familiar voice and turned towards his boyfriend Jimmy. Jimmy, oh my god, is that you? What are you doing here? Why you didn't told me you are coming here? Oliver, oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Anyways, meet my friend Ryan. Jimmy gave you a friendly hug. Nice to meet you, Ryan. Ryan, nice to meet you too, Jimmy. You have such a lovely boyfriend. Jimmy, I know. You mind if I take him with me for some times? Ryan, no, not at all. Go ahead. Jimmy took Oliver's hand and took him away, but soon Jimmy came and took you on dance floor where Oliver was also waiting for you. The three of you danced together. You and Jimmy were enjoying, but Oliver wasn't. After some time, Oliver told he wanted to go home. Why? I need to use the washroom and my cab will be here in few minutes. You guys can go. I'll be okay. Oliver, are you sure? Why? Yes, of course I can take care of myself. Stop being my mom, Oliver. You laughed and Jimmy joined you too. Jimmy, she's right. Now let's go. They left waving goodbye to you. You went to washroom but it was really crowded. You couldn't wait any longer and sneak on the second floor. Thankfully washroom was empty. You did your business and washed your hands and got out. You noticed second floor was almost empty, but you shrugged your shoulders and took out your phone from your clutch, turned on your camera and started taking your selfies. Man, hey you, what are you doing here? Before you could say anything, another man said, she was taking pictures. First man immediately snatched your phone. What the heck? Give me my phone back. Man, take her to boss. They yanked you harshly and dragged you inside the room. It was a big room and few girls were standing with the almost close to nothing clothes. A small scream left your mouth when the man pushed you forward and you fell on the ground. Boss, she was taking pictures. Taehyung was busy talking to his business partner when his bodyguard threw a girl in front of him. His bodyguard told him that she was taking pictures and he became furious. It was a really important meeting and his mood was already bad because of Jungkook. He took out his gun in anger and aimed it on you and was about to shoot you dead when you got up and looked at him. All his anger flew as soon as his eyes met yours. He was stunned looking at the beauty in front of him. His eyes moved down on your body. Your short black dress was clinching on your body and was giving a slight view of your cleavage. He looked at you and noticed you were trembling. Your hands were shaking because of fear. You were looking like a lost puppy and he was enjoying it. Ryan's POV. As soon as I saw his face, I recognized him because I have seen him in newspapers and magazines. But honestly speaking, he was more handsome than he looked in those newspapers. I wanted to take some time to admire his beauty, but all my attention was on the gun he was holding. He gestured me to go near him with his finger. My heart was about to explode any second because of fear. I couldn't move my body, but then a man pushed me and I fell in his feet. He harshly pulled me on his lap. My hand subconsciously reached for his shoulders for support. My eyes were closed, but he lifted my face up with his finger. I opened my eyes and our eyes met. As soon as our eyes met, I forgot everything else. He was mesmerizing. I was drooling over him when I heard his voice. What is your name, butterfly? I looked at him dumbfounded. Taehyung. Name? Ryan. Ryan, I said in a trance. Man, she's lying, boss. Her name is Catherine and she works in a media house. Man, read the information from my ID card which was in my clutch. My heart started racing when I felt Taehyung's hand sinking around my waist and he dragged me more closer to his body. He raised his eyebrows at me. Ryan. Ryan is a nickname. Taehyung. Okay, what were you doing in VIP section? His one hand was on my waist and another was on my bare thigh. Ryan. I was using washroom. I really felt embarrassed when I heard him chuckling. My heart stopped when he took a strand of my hair and wrapped it around his long finger. Boss, she was taking pictures too. Why? I was just taking selfies. I whispered nervously, thinking he will kill me anytime now. He took my phone and started checking my photo gallery. His smirk became prominent as he strolled through my pictures. He saw selfies and some pictures in lingerie. I bit my lip and closed my eyes, embarrassed. I clicked some pictures in those lingerie which I bought with Oliver. Taehyung's POV. I looked her pictures, and by just looking her pictures, I was getting hard. Her body was breathtaking. All I wanted to do was throw her on bed and do it with her till the sunrise. I locked her phone, and all my attention was on her. She was biting her lips. I slowly released her lips with my thumb. I moved my face near her neck. Why should I believe you, butterfly? Make me believe you are not here for some other stuff. I removed her hair from her neck and placed a kiss on her soft skin. Vian, what could I have done? You are too powerful and I can't do anything against you. Also, I didn't even know you are here. I swear. I was loving her innocence and the way she was answering my questions. I was already hurt. She shivered when I kissed her earlobe. End of Taehyung's POV. His hand started moving on your back. You gulped when his hand touched your lips. Suddenly his phone rang. He received a call. He was talking on the phone, but his all attention was on the girl sitting on his lap. Soon he disconnected the call and said, I believe you. Now run before I change my mind and do it with you whole night, roughly. He whispered in your ear. He warned you, but you didn't move. He raised his eyebrows. Why? My phone. He handed you your phone, but you still didn't move. Taehyung, are you trying to give me hints, butterfly? You shook your head immediately. Why? My clutch. He gestured his car to give you your clutch. He leaned near your face and kissed you on your cheek. See you soon, butterfly. He smirked and you jumped on his lap and ran out of the room. Taehyung tried his best not to burst into a laughter. You ran out when you got the call from the cab that it has arrived. You were running carelessly towards your cab when you hit something hard like a wall. Within a blink of an eye, you were slammed against the expensive car. You screamed, looking at the person in front of you. JK was about to sit in his car when something soft touched his strong chest. He was already mad because of V, but when you bumped into him, he became furious. Grabbing you, he slammed you against his car. Your eyes widened when you realized with whom you bumped. Your throat went dry when you looked into his angry, dark brown eyes. You also know him that he is John Jungkook. Your eyes went wide when you heard the clicking sounds of guns. All his bodyguards were pointing their guns at you, thinking you might harm JK. Your eyes teared up, thinking he will definitely kill you. You looked at him with pleading eyes. He raised his hand to indicate his man to stop. He looked at you, but your whole body was shaking. He was still caging you between him and his car. His eyes were stuck on your face. Your red nose, flushed cheeks, red earlobe, and fresh tear which escaped from your eyes. His eyes moved down and saw your cleavage. His eyes turned dark with lust. Ryan, I am sorry, you said in shaky voice. He didn't say anything but slowly wiped your tears with his thumb. JK, you look beautiful when you cry, he whispered. I am sorry. You again apologized to him, thinking he might let you go. But again a tear fell from your eyes. JK, did I hurt you? Ryan, no. JK, did I threaten you? Ryan, no. You shook your head. JK, who bumped into me? Ryan, me. Then why the heck you are crying? His hand moved on your wrist and your body filled with goosebumps. JK inwardly. Really beautiful. His hand slowly moved up, feeling your bare back. He moved your hair on one side and leaned down and kissed your shoulder. Then he raised his face and started looking at your lips intensely. You were also just staring him because he was more than handsome. Fair was sleeping somewhere in the corner. You were staring him with lost mind when he leaned down near your face. You closed your eyes when his breath fanned your lips. He was about to taste your lips, but the loud ring of his phone disturbed him. He took out his phone and answered the call when you came back in your senses. While talking on phone, he stepped back. You slowly took a step from him and was about to run when he grabbed your arm. You gasped at his tight grip. He disconnected the call and glared you. JK, did I tell you to leave? You shook your head nervously. JK, then? You shivered, looking his angry face. He yanked you forward, making you stumble on his chest. JK, what's your name, princess? Vian. Vian. JK. He again came near your face. JK, see you soon, princess. He placed a kiss on your small nose. JK, run. As soon as you heard, you took your phone and clutched from the ground and ran towards your cab. JK was standing with his hands in his pocket and saw you sitting in the cab. He stood there until the car disappeared in the dark street. Vian's POV. Oh my god, what the hell was that all? I rested my head back and closed my eyes, but everything started replaying in my mind. Soon I reached my apartment. Stepping out of the cab, I turned around and checked if someone is following me or not, but nothing seemed suspicious. I released a sigh and entered in building. What is this all happening? Why I had to face those all mafias? I put myself in danger, but I can't ignore those screams of girls. I will do everything possible to stop this all. You can do it, Ryan. Removing my heels and taking off my clothes, I went to take shower. I looked at my naked body in the mirror and the scene flashed in front of my eyes when Taehyung checked my mobile. My picture in the lingerie was also there and he saw them. What he must be thinking about me. Did he find me attractive? I slapped my own head and cursed. You are insane, Ryan. He is a mafia. Stay away from him. Suddenly a scene flashed in front of my eyes when JK kissed my shoulder. How can someone beautiful like them be in such a horrible business? Do they sell innocent girls also? I'm thinking too much. I shook my head, took shower and went to bed. Switching off the lights, I tried to sleep. As you turned off lights, two cars parked in front of your building moved to their way back. Man, boss, we have her address and she reached home safely. The young man informed him over the phone. On the other hand, JK's man also called him. Boss, she's safe and soon you will get all information about her. You woke up in the morning and started getting ready for the day. You were standing in front of mirror when your jaw dropped and your eyes went wide. Where is my necklace? Oh my god, where is my necklace? You panicked and started looking for it. You checked each and everything, but necklace was nowhere to be found. I can't lose that. No, no, I can't lose it. I risked my life for those recordings and now I can't lose it. Suddenly you remembered last night with JK and V. You took your phone and checked your selfies from last night and saw that necklace in your neck. It means I lost it after meeting with them. Either Taeyong has it or Jungkook. I was sitting on Taeyong's lap and he was touching my neck. Maybe I dropped it there and he picked it up, or maybe it is Jungkook. When I bumped into him, I could have dropped it there and he picked it up. I can't lose that necklace. My life depends on it. You took a cab and asked the driver if he knows Taeyong's house, but cab driver's eyebrows raised on your question. Are you insane? Why you want to go to hell by yourself? Ryan, I really have to meet him. It's really important. If you know, then please take me there. Cab driver nodded his head and after 10 minutes of drive, he stopped the cab. Now walk by yourself. I won't go any further. You nodded your head and paid him, then started walking towards the Young's house. Will they let me in? Will he agree to meet me? Your mouth dropped when you saw his house. That was a huge mansion like a palace. You were debating yourself about should you go in or not when someone tapped on your shoulder. You turned around to see two big and scary men. Man, wow, look, we have a guest. He laughed, looking at his partner. You felt scared and was about to run, but that man hit his gun on your head and your world went black. Time skip. You groaned in pain as you tried to open your eyes. Your head was in extreme pain. You managed to open your eyes, but you got scared. You were tied to a chair in the middle of a room. Man, done with the nap, beautiful? Same man who hit you asked mockingly. You didn't answer and tried to free yourself. Man, who sent you? He started interrogating you. When? Nobody has sent me. I want to meet Mr. Taehyung. It's important. Listening, you man in front of you burst into a laughter. Man, you are not the first one. Everyone says that the same thing. Boss will be here soon, but before that, why don't we have some fun? Ryan, trust me, I'm not lying. A harsh slap landed on your cheek and you fell on the floor along with the chair. Tears rolled down on your cheek when you felt blood dripping you down from your lip. Man looked at you lustfully. Other men touched your thigh and squeezed it roughly, making you shout, "Please stop." They ignored your pleadings. Other men tried to rip your shirt and you screamed for help. Your eyes were filled with tears because of helplessness. Suddenly, men stepped away from you when they heard loud footsteps. Man, shut up, boss is here. Man harshly pulled your hair. Your heart filled with happiness and relief when you heard that he's coming. Taehyung's guard informed him that they got a spy, so he came in basement. He was excited for the coming fun and went inside, but he froze on his place when he saw you tied up in the chair. His expressions changed, shocked and then confused, but within a second his face became scary because of anger. He saw you when he saw your condition. His angry eyes roamed on your body. Your shirt was torn, making your brow visible. His hands clenched into fists as he noticed what his men were about to do. You had a wound on your forehead with some dried blood, and also blood was dripping from your lip. You also had a bruise on your right cheek. The heart he thought was dead clenched in pain when he saw you crying and pleading. He kneeled in front of your chair and released your hand from the chair and quickly fixed your torn shirt. You were shaking. You slightly flinched when he slid his hand under your knees and other hand on your back. He effortlessly picked you up in bridal style. The man who harassed you was shaking in fear. Taeyong, tie them down. I'll be here back. He ordered his right man and glared towards the man who harassed you. He walked outside the basement and took you inside his mansion. All the guards and maids were shocked as they saw their Don with a girl in his arms. He kicked the door open and got in. Looking his room, your eyes got bigger. It was nothing less than a king's chamber. He gently placed you on the bed. Leaving you there, he disappeared in the bathroom. Soon he came and sat in front of you with the first aid kit. Pouring antiseptic on the cotton pad, he dabbed it on your forehead. He cleaned the wound the way he wanted, and it was not at all gentle. He did the same with your lips cut too. He threw the used cotton ball in the dustbin, closed the box, throwing it on the couch. Then he gave you some painkillers. You quickly gulped them down. Now tell me, what did you do that you ended up in my basement? You were just staring him, admiring his personality, when he snapped his finger in front of you. You awkwardly cleaned your throat. His lips slightly curved into a smirk, seeing that you were checking him out. Ryan, did you find my necklace last night when I bumped into you? Necklace? Ryan, it was of pastel color. Did you find it? It is very important to me. That's why I came to meet you here and ask you if you have it, seen it. He thought for a second and shook his head. No, I didn't found any kind of necklace. Ryan, okay, thank you for saving me earlier. He got up and walked towards the closet and came out with the shirt in his hand. He threw it towards you, which landed on your face. Taeyong, change into this. he ordered and walked out. Ryan, what will I do now? He clearly said that he don't have my necklace. God, what I will do now? Anyways, he's not that bad. Maybe a little rude, but not bad. You changed into his shirt. The shirt reached to your knees, covering most of your body. God, he's really big. You heard door click open. You turned around and it was a maid. She placed a food tray on the table in front of the sofa and bowed to you. Don has ordered you to eat and take rest. I will try to find some clothes for you. Ryan, thank you. Maid left and you ate that delicious food. After eating, your eyes became heavy because of tiredness and you dozed off. Taehyung went to deal with his man. He sat in front of the men who were tired to the chairs. How dare you touch what's mine? His man handed him a knife and he placed it on the man's cheek and made a deep cut on his face, just like the bruise he left on your face. After torturing the man to death, he killed both men to show everyone that no one should touch what belongs to him. Done with the man, he headed towards his bedroom, but when he entered in the room, his eyes narrowed when he saw empty bed. His eyes quickly started looking for you in the room. A strange wave of relief rushed in his body when he saw you sleeping on the sofa. Taeyong and warning. Why do I care if she leaves? It shouldn't bother me. I can't get attached to her. He shook his head and went to take shower. Done with the shower, he came out and looked at you sleeping. His junior twitched when he saw you in his shirt. Leaning down on your level, he removed some strands of your hair from your face. Taeyong, what are you doing to me, princess? You awakened from your sleep and glanced at the clock hanging on the wall. It was 1 a.m. You got confused when you found yourself under the comfy soft duvet on the large king-size bed instead of the couch. You sit straight on the bed and saw Taeyong sitting on the couch where you were sleeping. He wasn't wearing any shirt and was only in his black pants. He was staring blankly in the space like he was in deep thoughts. The fireplace was the only source of light in the room. You were staring his perfect body sculpture. Taeyong, don't look at me like that. His voice broke your thoughts. He wasn't looking at you, but still he was aware that you were staring him. Mayan, are you okay? Your words made him confused. Taeyong, what do you mean? Mayan, you looked stressed, like something is bothering you. His face flashed with surprise, but he hid it. Taeyong, how did you know that I am stressed? Mayan, your eyes said it. Taeyong, really? He got up and walked towards you, sitting in front of you. Then tell me, what do you think now about them? He whispered, tucking strands of your hair behind your ear. Mayan, they are sad, looking for something that they can't have. He placed his hand on your lips to stop you from saying further. You took a hold on his hand and slowly removed it from your mouth. I am sorry if I crossed the line. He leaned down on your face and your hold on his hand tightened. He looked in your eyes for some seconds like he was asking for your permission, and you closed them, giving him permission. He slid his hand behind your neck and pulled you in a soft and gentle kiss. He moved more closer to you when you wrapped your hands around his shoulders. The soft kiss turned into a heated one. Breaking the kiss, he unbuttoned two buttons of your shirt. You gulped nervously, looking at his eyes. He stopped for a moment and traced the outline with his finger. Taeyong, stop me now because there is no going back once we started this. Moyan's POV. His words were unexpected. He was giving me a chance. Somewhere in my heart, I felt this is wrong because Ian and I were high school sweethearts, and I was only his. But things were different now. I was no longer his girlfriend. Taeyong might give me pleasure I was craved for. I wanted to test my new freedom. Making decision, I nodded my head, looking in his eyes. Taeyong, words butterfly. Ryan, yes, I want this. Don't look at me so surprised. I'm a mafia boss. Nothing goes unnoticed by me. Nothing. Suddenly, I felt something hard poking on my waist. He patted on my thigh, indicating me to get up for round two. It was new for me. He noticed and placed pillow under my stomach, helping me get in the position. I was scared that how long he will take this time, but at the same time I was excited. Taehyung's POV. She was in deep sleep after we were done, but I couldn't sleep after that. I glanced at her. She was sleeping on my chest. Her tiny hands were resting on my heart. I was too rough with her, more than I ever been with the girls. I couldn't control it. I lost myself in her like something in her was consuming me whole. It was bothering me. I never lose my control, but with her I forgot everything. I removed her hands from my chest and rolled her on the bed. Getting up, I covered her body with bedsheet. I sat on sofa, but my eyes were stuck on her peaceful face. I shouldn't feel like this. You are not made for me, and our worlds are different. You don't belong here. You sat straight, wrapping sheets around your body, and smiled softly, looking at V, who was standing in front of you, already in his black suit with cold look. You were thinking how to break the awkward silence when he spoke. I am leaving for US. My man will drop you home. He sat staring at you, tightening his fist in his pockets when he saw your smile fading. You felt hard but quickly hid it. You cleared your throat and again gave him a smile. No thanks, I will call the cab. Why? What were you thinking, Brian? Of course it was a good, but nothing else. Why would a man like him be interested in you? You should be happy that he is letting you go. He's a criminal and you should stay away from him. Whatever stupidity you have done last night was enough. You scolded yourself internally, but still your heart was hurting. Last night was the best night you ever had, and it was hard for you to believe that it was nothing for him. He was staring at you the whole time. He could clearly read your face like an open book. Taehyung, I wasn't asking. Get ready and leave. Ordering you rudely, he walked out of room, slamming the door shut. You got up of bed and limped towards the bathroom. Our maid gave you clothes to wear and also your phone and clutch. Getting ready, you went outside. Vian, do people feel like this after one night? Oliver, where the fuck were you? Do you know how much worried I was? Vian, I lost my necklace, Oliver, and I was searching for it. It was really important. Oliver, oh, where did you lost it? Vian, in that club. I couldn't find it. Oliver, oh baby, don't be sad. We will figure out something. Oliver was trying to console you. Giving him a soft smile, you went to your office. Vian, if V doesn't have it, then it should be with JK, but I don't want to end up in another basement. At night. Oliver, hey girl, need a ride? Vian, why not? Let's go. You said with a smile, picking up your purse and followed him out. Soon you reached near your apartment. Vian, you can drop me here. I will walk from here and it will be easy for you to go to home too. Oliver, okay babe, as you wish. He stopped the car at the side. Thanking him, you stepped out of the car and started walking, but you felt someone is following you. You turned back and saw two men were behind you in weird clothes. You got scared and started walking fast, looking behind. You were running when you bumped into someone else. The other guy was also wearing the same outfit. Man, enough with your hiding. You collected all of your strength and pushed the man and started running fast. Reaching your building, you freezed on your spot when you saw four more men in the same outfit standing in front of your building. You again turned back to run, but man pushed you and you fell on the ground with a scream. Man, now listen to me, girl. He loaded his gun and you closed your eyes in fear when you placed your hands on your ear and screamed when you heard loud gunshots. After some seconds, it became silent. Slowly, you removed your hands from your ear and opened your eyes to see JK squatting in front of you. JK, got you, princess. You got shocked and looked around. All the men were laying on the ground dead, and JK's men were surrounding you. Man, they were local thieves. I know some of them. You looked at him with confused face because if they were thieves, then why they said enough with your hiding? You were thinking about them when you heard JK ordering his men to discard the bodies. That time you realized his voice became softer when he talked to you. He looked at you, you were drenched in sweat, as your elbows were scratched and your ankle was swollen. He picked you up in bridal style. Vian, where are you taking me? JK, keep quiet. Vian, no, please tell me, where are you taking me? He didn't answer. His right hand man, Sam, opened the car door, but you started struggling. JK, shut up or else I will kill you right away. He groaned and you got scared. JK's POV. When the first time I saw her, I just wanted to do it with her, and I still wanted to do it. That's why I hired some people in front of her house to check what kind of girl she is. My man informed me that she didn't come home last night, but I was really busy in a mission. But when I got news that she is in trouble, I felt so angry. But I was confused. Why I became furious, looking her at gunpoint. I killed all of them, but I was taking her to my house because I wanted to get her out of my system, and it can be done in only one way. As car stopped in front of my house, I picked her up in bridal style because she was sleeping and walked in. Telling Sam to call the doctor, I took her to my bedroom. Soon doctor came and checked her while shaking in fear. I was enjoying how the doctor was afraid of me. I love to see fear in people's eyes. Doctor, she's fine. Just twisted her ankle, which will be fine in 2 days. She need bed rest. Doctor left and I sat beside her. Placing my lips on her, I closed my eyes, but heard knock on the door. Tucking her under the bed sheets, I headed out. You woke up and looked around. You tried to move but hissed in pain. JK, finally you woke up. You flinched hearing his voice, but when you saw him, you started screaming because he was covered in blood. He smirked, looking your horrified expression and hearing your screams. JK, don't mind me. He winked at you and walked towards bathroom. JK, do you want to join? You didn't answer and covered yourself in bedsheets, feeling cross. He chuckled and disappeared in the bathroom. You tried to get up off bed but couldn't move because of pain. He came out taking shower. You immediately closed your eyes and pretended to sleep. Looking you, he pursed his lips in order to control his laugh because your eyes were trembling in fear, but you still were pretending to sleep. He came near you and pecked your cheek. You suddenly opened your eyes to look him smirking. Your eyes met his and you both stared each other silently. Getting permission, a maid came in. JK, she will help you to take shower. Get up. Vian, what? Why? I can take shower. I don't need anyone. JK, I said get up. She will help you. Vian, no, I won't let her in. His face turned red in anger. You looked at his angry face. Vian, for God's sake, please don't force me, please. Without giving any answer, he indicated the maid to leave and walked out. Maid put clothes on the bed which she brought for you and went out. You slowly moved your body, but as soon as your foot touched the floor, you hissed in pain. But bearing the pain, you walked towards bathroom. Done with the shower, when you came out, a maid was already standing. There was a tray of delicious food on the table. Maid, Dawn ordered you to eat this. Saying thanks, you sat on sofa and the smell of food made you realize how hungry you were. Maid left and you started eating, but taking first bite, you remembered how he treated you. He also offered you delicious food, but in the end he threw you out. Done with the eating, you looked around his room. It was also a big and beautiful room as his. You were looking and admiring everything when you saw something familiar. It was your pendant. You rushed to take it. Picking up the necklace, you smiled widely. Oh, thank God I found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. You were about to check the necklace, but suddenly the door opened and you hid the necklace. It was a girl in her 20s. She was standing in the entrance with crossed arms. Girl, come with me. Vian, why? Who are you? Girl, are you coming or not? Vian, no, I won't. I don't know who you are, and also JK will be mad at me. Girl, brother is out for work, and if you didn't follow my orders, I will make sure that bro break your legs. Vian, oh, she's his sister. You rolled her eyes and followed her. Taking you in the bar which was in the mansion, she took a bottle of an expensive liquor. You were thinking why she took you here. Girl, let's drink. By the way, I am Maya. You sat on the chair and took the glass from her hand. Vian, I am Vian. Maya. I know, Sam told me. Actually, I was feeling lonely, that's why I asked you for drink. Vian, oh, it's alright. While talking, you both had drinks and soon you both were really drunk. Guards took you back to JK's room. You were staring at nothing when he came in the room. Taking off his coat, he came behind you and pulled you closer. JK, why you left the room, princess, without my permission? You turned to him and looked at him. Vian, what you gonna do about it? He smelled alcohol in your breath. JK, how much did you drink? Vian, I am not drunk, but I think I should. You smirked and pulled JK on the bed.
JK tried his best not to lose himself, but you were provoking him, and he wasn't a gentleman who will let go of this opportunity. You serve yourself to him in a golden platter, and he won't let this opportunity go. Pushing you on mattress, he held your hands above your head. Don't move them, he ordered in dominating voice. His hands reached behind your back, and he easily unleashed you like an expert. JK, what did I say? You didn't respond. He got up and shuffled through the drawers. He came back with handcuffs like things. He threw the metal chains on the bed and looked at you, your curious face. JK, now don't move. Your ankle is already hurt. He was really rough. He took you mercilessly. After fourth round, he pulled out and looked at you as you fell on the bed, almost unconscious. Your face was red with tears falling down. JK closed his eyes, running his fingers in his hair, and cursed himself. Getting in the bathroom, he washed himself. Wearing a new boxers, he came out with a wet cloth. You were still laying on bed with half open eyes. JK, relax, I'm just cleaning you. You laid still and he gently cleaned you, and then he dressed you in his shirt and kissed your forehead. He closed his eyes in regret. He never lose his control like this. He was doing it like there is no tomorrow. He was quite relieved you liked it, but still he was disturbed. He checked your ankle if it's okay, and it was fine. He laid down beside you tiredly. Your lazy eyes were fixed on his tattoos. Vian, did it hurt? You mumbled as you tried to touch his tattoos. He quickly grabbed your hands. JK, what do you mean? Vian, your tattoos. Does it hurt while having one? He relaxed, knowing you were talking about his tattoos. JK, sleep, princess. You closed your eyes and fell asleep. JK stared at your beautiful face. As you fell asleep, he felt bad after realizing what he did. He could have hurt you. He wanted to keep you safe, but at the same time, he hurt you. Somehow, it made him anxious. JK, I can't keep you. You don't belong in my world, princess. He couldn't sleep all night. His mind was continuously arguing about the decision he was about to make. He wanted to keep you, but he couldn't. Something was attracting him towards you. JK, I can't keep you with me. It's better for you to stay away from me. Releasing a defeated sigh, he got up from bed. Soon you lazily opened your eyes and blinked them few times to clear your blurry vision. Vian's POV. As soon as my vision got clear, I saw a shirtless man. His back was facing me and he was busy talking on his phone. I sat up and my heart almost stopped beating when I looked at myself. I was only in an oversized shirt. My eyes teared up and my face turned into shame and embarrassment as I remembered how I threw myself on JK. I was aware that whenever I got drunk, I behaved like a teenager. Ian had always told me about it. I wanted to cry and scream for my own stupidity. I opened my eyes and found him staring at me, but I refused to show my emotions. My heart hurt that now he will throw me out just like we did. I will not let this happen again. I will leave before he asks. I want to leave. He didn't answer and turned his back to me. I got up from bed and hissed as I felt pain in my part. I was already sore because of V and JK made it worse. Getting ready, I went out of his room. Sam and Maya were in the hall having breakfast. Sam, come with me, Ryan. I will drop you. Ryan, no thanks. Sam, it's an order. I don't give up. I booked the cab and went home. JK was in a very bad mood, just like a child who has lost his favorite toy. Getting ready, he walked downstairs and saw Maya and Sam having breakfast. How was your night, brother? JK, mind your own business. And who told you to give her drinks? Maya, she was drunk, not you. I see you started taking advantage of innocent girls too. That's why you brought her here, didn't you? Jackie slammed his fist on the dining table. I didn't do anything she didn't want it, and don't forget your limits. Maya stood up and looked at him. I am going to stay with him. JK's face turned angry as she mentioned him. JK, you are not going anywhere. Maya, I have made my decision. I am sick of this golden cage. Before listening his answer, she left the dining hall. Reaching home, you took warm bath and got ready for your work. You took out necklace to check it. You tried to open it but failed. You tried it again. Your eyes widened as you realized it's just a normal necklace. There was no pen drive in it. Oh god, what I will do now? They already know where I am hiding. I can't go anywhere else. I don't have those recordings either. Don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna run anymore. After 4 days. It's been 4 days since you came back from JK's house. You tried to forget everything. Now you are focusing on your work. Oliver. Hey baby girl. Ryan. Hey Oliver. Oliver. We are going to a business party today. Many businessmen will be coming there with their girlfriends or wives or Ryan. Oh, then maybe we can get some spicy news for our magazine. Oliver gave you thumbs up and left. A beautiful girl with perfect body was laying on the bed, while Jackie was standing there just staring at her blankly. He wasn't getting looking her hot body. He ordered her to leave and lit his cigarette. Girl got up of bed in disappointment and wore her clothes. She looked at Jackie last time with hope, but he was just standing there emotionless. Getting no response, she got out of room. JK's POV. I thought I could get her out of my mind by other women, but I was wrong. Vian was the only girl in my mind. I can imagine every detail of her body very clearly. She was all natural and it was attracting me more. JK, Vian, what are you doing to me? What I should do to take you out of my mind? I never wanted to treat her very badly, but she had to go. It was hard for me too, but I didn't want it to drag her in my evil world. My bad behavior might help her to hate me instead of crying over it. Because I clearly saw her sad and angry face. What she must be thinking of me. Maybe she will forget me, but how she can forget me when she is the only thing in my mind? On the other hand, we came back from US and tried his best to get rid of your thoughts. He slept with other girls, but he only saw you in them and finally stopped calling other girls as it was not helping at all. Ryan, How can I? No, I don't think I can do it. Oliver, oh please, this is our best chance. Boss has ordered me to find him an escort for the business party and you are going with him. Why? But Oliver, shut up, babe. Reporters are not allowed inside and you are going with boss. All you have to do is get a spicy news. Vian's POV. You are looking beautiful. Boss complimented me. Vian. Thank you so much, sir. He was treating me with respect as we arrived at the venue, and he quickly helped me to get out of the car and lead me inside. And for the first time, I realized how it feels when people click your pictures on the red carpet. I felt awkward. As I entered the hall, my eyes widened and in shock and amusement. All the women were looking like queens. I was admiring those queens when I heard people's voice coming from the entrance. I looked at the direction, but when I saw the person, my world spun for a second. He was Kim Taehyung. I panicked but quickly composed myself. I decided to stay strong. If he doesn't care, then I don't either. I saw a beautiful girl accompanying him and they had matching clothes. Girl was holding his arm with a bright smile. They were looking like a perfect couple. Ignoring everything, I asked boss for drinks and he agreed. I was focusing on drinks when suddenly everyone went silent. I turned around confused and saw JK entering the hall. He was also with a girl. She was also beautiful. I decided to ignore both of them as I remembered how they treated me after they got done with me. Everyone in the hall looked tensed as they both were at the same place. We was completely ignoring the girl with him, so was JK. When they both saw each other, their jaw clenched, but they decided to ignore each other. We saw you and his eyes forgot to blink, but you ignored him like you didn't know him. As and soon JK also saw you. Your eyes met with JK's, but you looked at the other direction instantly. The host grabbed everyone's attention by clicking on his wine glass and called everyone on the dance floor. Your boss led you towards the dance floor, but suddenly everyone switched their dance partners. You changed few dance partners and finally you landed in Devil's arms. We placed his hands around your waist and dragged you closer. You look so ravishing, butterfly, he whispered, but you didn't respond. JK saw you in his arms and got angry. He swirled you around and you roughly collided with his chest. JK, who the heck he is to you? What you were talking to him? Ryan, sorry Mr. JK, but I don't think I owe you any answers. Excuse me, please. Removing his hands from your body, you went to bathroom. Fixing your makeup, you stepped out. The hallway was empty. Suddenly, someone slammed you against the door. JK, looks like you need a good reminder. He caged you between him and the door. You were protesting to free yourself, but he didn't move. His breath fanned your lips and he leaned closer to you. You were amused looking his beautiful face, but this wasn't the time to get distracted. Ryan, what are you doing, Mr. John? Let me go. You gasped when he cupped your over your dress. JK, what's my name again? Ryan, JK, what are you doing? What you want? You asked frustratingly and pushed his hand away. JK, you princess, I want you. He roughly crashed his lips on yours. We, what the heck is happening here? You flinched when you heard angry growl. You looked at him and your heart started racing. V was fuming in anger. JK was still holding you while he looked at V. JK, looks like you have forgotten your manners. You shouldn't disturb a couple in action. V, a couple? You are messing with my girl. Get the away from her. JK, the girl whom you claim to be yours was in my bed 4 days ago.
JK, the girl whom you claim to be yours was in my bed 4 days ago. Taehyung's eyes turned shocked. What the heck is he saying? I swear I will kill you if you are doing it with both of us. JK got mad also as he heard that you was with V too. One. I can do whatever I want, Mr. Kim and Mr. John. I think it's appropriate to claim someone as yours without their consent. You glared at both of them. I have nothing to do with any of you. Excuse me, please. You tried to walk away from the scene but slammed against the door by JK. I swear, Ryan, test me now and I will show you who the heck I am. He shouted angrily and you whimpered because of his tight grip. We, keep your filthy hands away from her. We grabbed JK's collar, pulling him away from you. He threw a hard punch on his face. JK touched his punched jaw, but next second he punched V harder than his, making V stumble back with the force. You gasped, looking at his bloody lips. You were terrified looking at them. They were ready to kill each other. Their guards were surrounding them, but no one dared to stop them. We looked at JK with murderous glare and took a step towards him when you screamed, "Please stop!" You wanted to stop them, but we shouted and you freeze in your place. We, shut up, let me deal with him first, then I'll teach you a lesson. Vian, for what? You shouted madly. I haven't done anything wrong, Mr. Kim. I can sleep with whoever I want. You are not my boyfriend who is getting mad for it, and neither you have any right to accuse me for anything after the way you treated me the next day. You have no right. V's glare disappeared as he sensed the hurt in your voice. And you, Mr. John, who gave you the right to come here and claim me as yours? Have you forgotten how it happened and you literally threw me out of your house? I'm not gonna take anyone's shit. After listening, they both looked at you with guilt. You looked at the crowd and your eyes teared up with all the humiliation. JK, we are not done yet, princess. You will not leave this place alone. There will be only one of us who is gonna leave this place with you. JK pulled out his gun, and within the blink of an eye, it was on V's head. He stared at V but felt a gun tip on his chest, exactly where his heart rests. You gasped in horror looking at them. You shook your head as a horrified tear escaped your eyes, while they were smirking at each other like they don't care about their lives. There was not even a hint of fear in them. It was crazy. Vian's POV. What would I do if one of them dies? Can I carry on the guilt for the rest of my life? Why my heart became so restless with the thought of their death, I wasn't ready to imagine. It was surprisingly hurting me. Vian, please don't do this. V. As he said butterfly, there will be only one. I heard gun being unlocked and closed my eyes tightly. I waited for the loud gunshots, but none came. I slowly opened my eyes and noticed that the crowd went silent. They both were still holding guns at each other. I saw a woman. She was wearing formal clothes. She had long black hair and same eyes like we. She was around 49 years old, but she was more young looking. She was beautiful. She looked at me and our eyes met. I clearly understood that she didn't like me at all. But whoever the lady was, she seems to be an important person. The lady went close to V and holding his gun, she tried to calm him down. Maya was also there and she was trying to do the same with JK, and surprisingly, they were listening to them. Lady took their hands in hers and walked out while the guard, which was standing there quiet, he took my hand and dragged me out behind them. Vian, where are you taking me? Leave me, let me go. I tried to free myself, but his grip was tight. Throwing me inside the car, he locked the door. I turned my face and saw Maya sitting beside me. What is this happening? Where are you taking me? Maya. Vian, don't worry, everything will be fine. Vian, but who is that lady? Maya. She's my mom. Vian. It means JK is her son. Maya. No, he's not. She's my mom. Vian. You are JK's sister, so what do you mean by she's just your mom? Maya. Don't think too hard. You will not understand, so let's leave this topic. Soon car stopped and I saw a palace-like mansion. It was looking more beautiful and big than V's and JK's mansions. Guard came and pulled me out of car. Reaching inside the mansion, my jaw dropped as I never saw such a luxurious and beautiful house in my entire life. I was lost in the beauty of that place when Maya patted my shoulder. If you are done looking around, then come with me. Let me show you your room. I got confused when she mentioned my room. What do you mean, my room? Maya, you will live here until this matter is solved. Now follow me. I followed her and she took me in a big and beautiful room. Leaving me there, she left. I was confused what to do because I was a little afraid. Coming inside, I noticed my many guards in different parts of house, so it was impossible to escape. Shaking my head, I walked in bathroom. I freshened up and plopped down on the bed. The next morning, I woke up and did my morning business and stepped out of the room. A guard helped me towards the dining hall for breakfast. I entered the hall with a smile, but soon it disappeared when I saw both devils sitting at the dining table. V was sitting quietly on the chair while crossing his legs, and JK was sitting across V relaxed. I felt chills in my spine when they both looked at me at the same time. Their brown eyes were so beautiful yet so dangerous. I couldn't read them. They were looking calm but angry at the same time. I should run. That's the first thought in my mind, but it's of no use. I waited for them to do something, to say something, but they didn't. They just stared at me, which was making me more anxious. Good morning, everyone. I looked at the person who greeted everyone with joyful voice. My eyebrows automatically scrunched together when I saw the same lady from other night entering. She gave me a small smile while I just stood there confused. Hello, I am Ella. Vayan. I am Vayan, I said, feeling nervous. Ella, I know. You have made yourself known. Quite a beauty, I must say. Ella, why are you standing there, Vayan? Come sit. Ella said as she sat down on the chair. I walked towards the table and sat down, leaving two chairs between me and V. I was keeping safe distance from them. God knows when they lose it and shoot me dead. As much as I know, V and JK are the enemies and they shouldn't be in one house. Ella and V exchanged few words in Korean which I couldn't understand, and she sighed in defeat. V, I think you should eat too. You must be tired. V said, looking straight in my eyes, and my hunger flew out of the window. Vian, I am not hungry. I got up off chair to leave when he shouted. Sit down, he shouted angrily. Why his voice is so scary. He looks more handsome when he doesn't talk. I sat down with awkward expressions, and Ella seems to enjoy my condition. We took a empty plate and placed some food on it. JK snatched the plate from him and he too filled it with food and placed it in front of me. Without saying anything, I started eating and they did too. Done with the breakfast, Ella stood up and said, Let's go to my office. Vian, why don't you find Maya? She must be in the garden. What they are going to talk about? I really want to know, but how? Vian, okay. Getting up off chair, I turned around but was quickly swirled around. My front collided with V and he captured my. His hands pulled me closer by waist and it didn't took me a second to melt in his embrace. V, you are definitely getting punished, butterfly. Just wait, he whispered in my ear. He let me go and walked away. Soon I was pulled by another one. JK grabbed back of my head and slammed his lips on mine. He bit and sucked on my like he was trying to erase V's touch from there. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this two men. JK, how dare you, princess? How dare you did it with him? Let me deal with this shit first and then I will break your legs. Standing in the middle of the garden, I looked around but Maya was nowhere. Why? What should I do now? I am not gonna stay here longer. I'm gonna find way out. The garden was beautiful and the mansion was surrounded by the big wall. If I climbed on the tree and jumped to the other side, I might make it out. Looking around, I found a tree which can help me to escape. Making sure that no one was watching me, I started to climbing the tree. I successfully climbed the tree and all my hopes died down when I saw the height. It was too high that if I jumped on that other side, I will definitely break one of my bone. Looks like I need to find something else. I tried to get down but gasped and clutched on the branch tightly when I stepped on the branch and it broke and fell down, creating a gap between the two branches. How do I get down now? I am stuck, and if V and JK find out that I was trying to escape, then even God can't save me. Ella, this is the only way. Ella said, looking at V and JK. V was looking away from her with mad face, and JK was sitting there angrily. Ella, it's been whole day we are discussing this. You two have to come to this solution, otherwise it's gonna be a disaster. Are you getting me? Fine, they both said in unison. Three of them looked at the door when it got slammed open and a guard rushed inside without permission. Ella frowned at his behavior. Max, I apologize, ma'am, but that girl is nowhere to be seen. JK stood up from his chair, making it fly back on the ground, and exited Ella's office, followed by V. Ella also followed them with angry face. Ella tried to calm them down. She must be in the garden. Let's check once again. Ryan, we. They heard you yelling and looked around, but they couldn't see you. Ryan, we here. I am here. They looked up towards the tree from where the voice was coming. JK, what the heck are you doing there, Ryan? JK shouted angrily. Ryan, I was enjoying the view but got stuck. You lied, making innocent face. We don't dare you lie to me, Ryan. We warned you, Ryan. No, I'm not lying. I wasn't escaping. Trust me, I'm telling the truth. We get down now. Ryan, I can't. The branch is broken. Ella, Max, bring the ladder. Ella ordered, but JK stopped him. No need. He rolled up his sleeves and climbed on the tree like it's too easy for him. You looked at him, shocked as he came face to face with you. JK, you lie very fluently, princess. JK said, kissing your cheek, but next second he pushed you down. You screamed loudly when JK pushed you down from the branch on which you were sitting. You closed your eyes and waited to hit the ground, but large arms caught you in the mid-air. V, got you, butterfly. You opened your eyes and looked at V, horrified. Ryan, did he just push me? JK, you should be grateful that you didn't hit the ground. JK smirked. We placed you on the ground while you shaking in fear. V, please listen to me. I'm not lying. I wasn't escaping. You played it as we dragged you in your room. Enough of lies, butterfly. You need a punishment. It will be a good lesson, and you should think before lying on my face. We threw you on the bed. Ryan, what are you doing? You can't touch me against my will. You said, terrified, covering back on the bed. V, you think I'm going to do it with you? Nah, baby, you don't deserve that. We smirked and you looked at him confused. We, you will beg for it. We unbuckled his and your eyes widened in fear. Ryan, is he going to beat me? We, give me your hands. He ordered, but you didn't make any move. We clenched his jaw and grabbed your hands. Ryan, what are you doing? Leave me. Ryan, it's hurting. Please stop. You sobbed, and he looked up from his laptop. Setting it aside, he turned off the and you breathed in relief, but the desperation was still there. We free your hands and you curled yourself in a ball and cried. He slid down beside you. Sliding his hands under your body, he turned you around and placed your head on his chest. We, do you want it? He kissed your forehead while you were just laid there. Vian, no. You refused to get any from him. You were frustrated too, but wasn't ready to give him any satisfaction. We, as you say, we chuckled, wiping your wet cheeks. You were too tired to fight and was well aware that you can't win against him. Closing your eyes, you tried to sleep while he rubbed your back, soothing you. Vian, if this is how you are planning to get me, then you are wrong. I won't break. You looked at him and he was already looking at you. We, I will have you, butterfly, even if I have to break you or kill that. He stroked your cheeks until you fell asleep. You woke up in the morning with empty place beside you. We was nowhere to be seen. You saw ointment on your bruised wrist. They were not hurting anymore and redness was almost gone. Vian, I really can't understand this man. You shivered at the memories of last night. Vian, never in my life someone has made me feel so helpless. It felt like my soul was slowly leaving my life with every denial. You took a cold shower and got ready for the day. I need to find out what they are planning. How can they stay under one roof? It's impossible to believe. The whole day you didn't saw V. Till dinner it was peaceful. You were relaxed until Jacob found you after dinner and took you to your room. You were on the bed, scared, looking at Jakey, who was smirking at you. J.K. leaned down on your level and whispered, It's time for the punishment, princess. You gulped and tried to control your shaky breaths. You were still disturbed by V's punishment and wasn't ready to take J.K.'s. Vian, please, V has already punished me. J.K.'s face turned hardened, hearing his name. J.K., we are not the same. Remember that. Saying that he hovered over you, and in the beginning you were enjoying. Soon you forgot it's a punishment. But then he made you realize he isn't you but punishing you. Done with the punishment, he cleaned you with wet towel and pulled you in his arms. You were really exhausted and wasn't in the state of struggling, so you closed your eyes and cried silently. JK, I hope this is the last time I am punishing you, princess. You were already scared of them both. You just nodded your head in his embrace. Next morning, you woke up late. JK was nowhere in the room. You skipped breakfast, but around 1:30, we entered in your room with food tray in his hands. Sitting near you, he said, I heard you haven't had your breakfast. You should eat something. Vian, I don't have appetite. Saying that, you turned your face to the other side. V. Oh, so my butterfly is still mad at me. He turned your face with his hand and made eye contact with you. V. Why you tried to escape? You know that you can't run away from me. Then why? You made me do that to you, but still sorry I never said this word to anyone. But you are really important for me. I don't want to see you mad at me. Now let's eat. You were just staring in his eyes. His eyes were not looking like usual. They were deep but not cold. He fed you with his hands and then, pecking your forehead, he left. You were about to lay down again, but again door opened and JK came with food tray. Your eyebrows raised in annoyance. JK, how are you feeling, princess? Hope you are better. You didn't answer him. He sat near you and placed a spoonful of rice. Vian, I just had lunch. I am full. JK, I don't care. I bring this all for you. You have to eat this. Ryan, I said I'm full. Why you are forcing me? JK, oh, you can eat from his hands but not from mine. Listen, princess, don't forget that you belongs to me. Don't test my patience. Ryan, I don't belong to any one of you. You can't claim me as yours. He got mad and threw the food tray on floor. You flinched and a tear fell from your eye. JK, shut your mouth. Just shut up. And don't you dare to say that you are not mine. You were shaking in fear and he was shaking in anger. He came near you in anger, but then he realized he scared you. Taking a deep breath, he pulled you in his arms. I'm sorry, I shouted on you. I'm sorry, princess. You were sobbing in his embrace. JK, this is really heartbreaking when you say you are not mine. I want you to be mine, just mine. Try to understand me. Breaking the hug, he kissed your cheek and then forehead. You were thinking about their behavior when you heard knock on the door. A maid came with a huge box in her hands. Maid, ma'am, boss Taehyung has sent this for you. He said in evening party you will wear this. You nodded your head and maid left. You opened the box and was amazed by his choice. It was a red color gown with matching heels and clutch. Everything was expensive and beautiful. You were admiring his taste when someone knocked the door. Again, a maid came with a similar box as before. Maid, this is for you, ma'am. Jungkook boss has ordered you to wear this in evening's function. Vian's POV. Listening maid's words, my eyebrows creased. Maid left the box on bed and left. How I will wear two dresses in the same time. What's wrong with them both? Why they are like this? If I wore V's dress, then JK will got mad and punished me. And if I wear JK's dress, then V won't forgive me. Oh God, what do I do now? Taking a deep breath, I opened the box and my eyes were about to pop out of sockets when I saw the same dress as V sends me. The dress was exactly same. I became relaxed. Everything was same, but how they can think exactly same. Soon an expert came and told me out for party, which was arranged in Ella's huge palace-like mansion. I went down and saw V and JK. They both were busy talking to different people, but as V saw me, he came towards me. At the same time, JK also came. They both stretched their hands to me, but then looking each other, their faces turned bad. I never wanted to create a scene, so I held both hands. They both guided me to the hall. So you choose my dress. We said arrogantly, JK, I gave you this dress, right? JK said, and we looked at me confused. Ryan, you both gave me the same kind of dress. Now I will leave it to your imaginations to think that whose dress I'm wearing. I said firmly because I wasn't ready for the drama. They both sighed like they were frustrated by this. Dance with me, they both said in unison and held their hands for me to take. Here we go again. With whom should I dance first? I'm sure other won't take it well. They were waiting for me to take a hand. Thinking for a second, I took their hands. They were taken aback for a moment. Both of them looked at each other. I was sure they will refuse to dance together. They looked at each other and then at me. My all hopes crashed down when they both led me towards the dance floor. What the? They agreed to dance together. But why? I could hear people murmuring. My eyes darted towards Ella, who was looking at me with unknown expressions. We swirled me around and I landed on JK's chest. We three started dancing together. It was more like they were making me dance. We, you look so breathtaking, butterfly. We whispered as we swayed, and JK took the lead by taking hold of me. JK, red definitely suits you, princess. He too complimented me. My whole attention was on the crowd who has went silent. It was only music on which we were dancing. Everyone in the hall looked stunned. I myself couldn't believe that these two men were doing that. Few days ago they almost killed each other. I seriously can't understand them. The song ended and everyone clapped. Heat rushed in my body by all the scrutinizing gaze I was receiving from the crowd. I didn't bother to look at them and walked away. I headed towards the garden while taking a drink from the waiter on the way. Sitting down on the bench, I took a deep breath. Suddenly, Ella came and sat beside me. Ella, that was something unbelievable. I can smell alcohol in her breath. She was drunk. I didn't answer her because I was already upset. Ella, but let me tell you one thing. You are playing a very dangerous game. At the end, you will be the only one who will be broken, thrown away like some trash. Why? What do you mean? Ella, let me explain. We and JK always gets interested in the same thing, which lead a fight between them. House, car, hotels, bars, properties, even islands. They both always has an eye for the same thing. You must have understood by now. Your count is one of the examples. Why and how do they solve it? I asked, finishing my drink to tame my dry throat. Ella, they play politics, harm each other, and do everything in their power to get it. They can easily get another property or whatever they want instead of fighting over one thing, but they won't. Their ego doesn't let them do that. None of them back up. Every time it's about ego and power. Ella, the desire of letting each other down and snatch the things from others. It's been always like this, just a war of ego. Wyan, but at least one of them is winning at the end. Ella, my dear, this is where you are wrong. She looked at my confused face and continued her laughing. Ella, okay, I will explain. Once we and JK was fighting over a island. After 2 years of illegal and legal action, politics and dirty games, we won and JK decided to let it go. But the interesting thing is, as soon as JK lost his interest in the island, we also lost his interest too. Now that island is just a piece of land, abandoned. Wyan, I don't like this woman. I know it's true, but I don't want it to believe in it. That was heartbreaking. I stayed silent, letting her complete her talking. Ella, same happens with JK. When he wins against B, he too abandoned the things. And same thing gonna happen to you, Ryan. No matter who wins you, JK or V, you will be abandoned after this war is over. Whoever wins you will leave you because other has lost the interest. Either way you will be hurt and broken. She stood up from the bench with a sigh. Make your choice wisely. I think you can change the history. She winked at me and headed inside. Is it true? Will they leave me too? How can they be so cruel? They are playing with my life. You wiped tears which escaped your eyes after knowing the bitter truth. Walking inside, you stopped waiter and drank 2 drinks. The waiter looked at you shocked but didn't say anything. You roamed your eyes in the hall and found JK talking with Scarlett, and we was talking to some other woman who was constantly touching his arm, and he wasn't bothered to stop her. Your anger reached on its peak, and you gulped down the drinks to calm yourself down. Done with Scarlett, he started looking for you and spotted you with waiter. You were gulping down the drinks. JK knows how you behave when you get drunk. He went towards you and jerked you towards him. Waiter left you alone when JK snapped his fingers at him. JK, what the hell are you doing, Ryan? He whispered harshly. You looked at him with your intoxicated eyes. Ryan, what I am doing? You chuckled. Ryan, I am doing. You thought for a moment and pouted. Ryan, I don't know what I am doing. You tell me. JK, why are you so drunk? You can't even talk properly. He hissed at you, making sure no one is noticing. You smirked and traced your finger on his face. Ryan, why you are so handsome? You whispered and he realized where you were going with that. JK, let's go to the room. You are totally wasted. Ryan, yes, let's go to the room. I can't wait to taste you. You touched his chest and traveled your hands down towards his member. Ryan, I want this so badly, you whispered. He gave you a warning glare, but you just giggled. Ryan, wait here. You walked away and JK looked at you with frown. You walked towards V, who was talking with one of his business partner. V froze in his place when you suddenly kissed him in front of everyone, taking him off guard. The woman frowned at you. Woman, is she your girlfriend, Mr. Kim? She asked with disappointed look. V glared at you. V. Yes, she is. He answered with clenched jaw. V. Ryan, I am talking about business. Just give me a minute. You held on his shoulders and pouted. Ryan, but I want your. You declared, and V choked on his own saliva. V. Are you drunk? You were jerked back by JK. He dragged you upstairs while V was dealing with the women. Ryan, you were so eager to do it with me. You giggled as he took you to your room. JK, I'm not doing it with you, Ryan. You are drunk. I'm not doing this shit again and let you fight with me in the morning. Ignoring his words, you took steps towards him. Ryan, you said this last time too. You whispered, smirking, and pushed him back on the bed. JK, stop it. He warned you. You climbed on top of him while rubbing yourself on his member. Ryan, shut up and do it with me. For a drunk girl, you had a commendable strength. We pushed you on the bed and got up. Grabbing your arm, he dragged you towards the bathroom. You whimpered in his tight hold. You struggled when he made you stand under shower. You screamed when ice cold water showered on you. We held you firmly under the shower, and all your intoxication slowly came down. Ryan, stop! You screamed. I hope you are in your senses now. Throwing bathrobe at you, he went outside. You got rid of your wet gown and wore a bathrobe. Heading out, you saw both of them waiting for you silently. As soon as you stepped out, we grabbed your throat. What the are you trying to do? Stop playing with us, Ryan. What are you trying to prove by trying to do it with both of us? He growled at you. You glared at him and pushed him back with all your strength. I am playing with you. What's wrong in it? This is what you want, right? You said while both of them looked at you with frown. Ryan, aren't you fighting to do it with me? Then do it and get over with it, and let me go. I am not a property that you are fighting for. You yelled at them while unwanted tears escaped your eyes. Ryan, I don't want to get abandoned like one of your possessions after you are done with me. They looked at you shocked when you said that. Why are you giving me these looks? Aren't you gonna do it with me too? You don't care about me. It's just about yourselves. It's just about you too. You wiped your tears angrily. Brian, have you thought once that there is another way to pursue? You can use thousands of other ways, but you choose the dirty one and expect me to choose one of you? Why would I? You hit V's chest, who was standing in front of you unfazed. Ryan, just do it with me. Get over with it and let me go. I don't want to stay here anymore. Your sobs filled the room. Ryan, I want my freedom. Your head started spinning and you fell on his chest numb. Ryan, I don't want to get abandoned. You mumbled and they both hear it. Ryan's POV. It's been 4 days since I lashed out on them. After that day, I slept alone in my room. They didn't try to talk to me, and I also was ignoring them. Most of the time, I heard Ella, V, and JK together discussing something, sometimes yelling and cursing each other. As usual, I was sitting at dining table, but this time everyone was present. Like unlike the last few days, I was sitting there silently with blank face and minding my own business while JK and B were continuously looking at me. Ella was also sitting there looking tensed. When I was done, V cleared his throat to grab my attention. I looked at him and saw him staring at me. I noticed everyone was staring at me. I got confused. We. We want to declare something important. We looked at JK, who nodded at him in approval. I and JK has decided to share wine, he said firmly, and I froze in my place. Couldn't believe on my ears. JK. There will be no fights anymore. She will belong to us equally. JK continued. Ryan. Excuse me? I looked at them in disbelief. Ryan. Who the hell are you guys to decide for me? Who gave you this right? We. Ryan, listen to me, please. Ryan. What listen? Huh? You said what you wanted to. Who are you to decide it? Did you ask me before taking this decision? Did you took my opinion that what I think about it? No, you didn't. JK. Will you listen first? Ryan. What you want me to listen? How can you declare this shit without my consent, JK? What do you guys think of me? An object? Yes, that's what you think, right? I shouldn't be so surprised because that's how you have treated me from the beginning. You don't care about me. You doesn't give a about my consent and my feelings. You don't care. We. Stop shouting, Ryan. We growled. Ryan, I won't live here anymore. I am leaving right now. I walked out in anger and no one stopped me. Reaching near main door, I tried to open it, but immediately guards came and tried to stop me. I was fuming in anger and wasn't ready to understand anything. Suddenly V came and held my arm. JK was also standing there. I jerked back his hand. Let me go. You can't keep me against my will. JK, I don't mind you getting angry, princess. You become all red and it suits you. JK chuckled, making me boil in anger. We. You are our spring butterfly, and there is no way we are letting you go. My heart almost stopped beating on his words. They dragged me inside, ignoring my struggle. I was sitting quietly with sulking face after yelling and screaming at them. It was of no use. They both were totally ignoring me. I couldn't believe that they had agreed to share me, but all my doubts flew away when they told me that three of us will share one bedroom. They weren't lying when they said that I will love the room they have decided to share. The room has the king size bed which can easily fit 5 to 6 people. Room has attached bathroom and walk-in closet which has 3 sections. Everything was beautiful. It was like a mini penthouse. JK. Aren't you bored, princess? JK, who was sitting on the bed, asked teasingly. JK, you are quiet for so long. It's so unlike you. It must be difficult not to talk. He chuckled and V's lips twitched upward too. He was sitting near fireplace on the wooden chair while I was sitting on the couch. We got up from his chair and stood in front of me. Come, let's sleep, he said, but I didn't move. We grabbed my hand, but I jerked it back like a mad child and dragged my knees closer to my chest. It's getting cold, butterfly. You can't sleep on the couch. You will freeze. He tried to make me understand. I hid my face in my knees. Fine, sleep here. He shrugged and went to bed. They were not talking to each other. I could feel how much they both were tolerating each other's presence. Why, if they hate each other so much, then why they agreed to share me? We were sleeping on the left side while JK on the right, while maintaining safe distance between them. Are you sure, butterfly? The bed is so warm. We mocked me with a smirk. I ignored him and laid down on the couch, hiding my face under the blanket. After a few minutes, I actually started feeling cold, like room's temperature has suddenly fallen. The blanket itself has turned cold. I woke up and looked at the fireplace, but fire has already extinguished. We and JK were sleeping peacefully under the warm, fluffy duvet, while I had good for nothing blanket. I got up and tried to open the bedroom door, but it was locked. I started shivering due to cold. I had no choice but to sleep on the bed. Giving up, I climbed on the bed between them and slid under the duvet. As soon as I was on the bed, we placed his arm around below my chest and JK around my waist. I couldn't help but enjoy the warmth of their warm bodies. Automatically, my eyes closed after getting comfort from them. My anger was gone, and I don't know why I was liking the feeling of loved by them both and of Vian's POV. JK was the first one to wake up in the morning. He looked at you, who was still sleeping. A small smile appeared on his lips as he saw your face. He pecked your red pouty lips. JK, my princess. You woke up as you felt movement beside you and heavy hand on your hair. You lazily opened your eyes and looked at JK. JK, good morning, princess, he whispered in his morning voice. You gulped when you felt his morning on your thigh. JK, you don't have any idea how badly I want you right now, he said, looking at you intently. You looked at him with fiery eyes. Vian, what's stopping you then? Not like you care about my consent. JK, I know we are keeping you against your will, but I will never do it with you without your permission, princess, he said, caressing your cheek. You looked at him quite surprised. JK, I will never hurt you for my own pleasure. You looked away from his tempting eyes. JK kissed your forehead and got up from the bed. Time skip. You were feeling light pain in your abdomen and was sure that you got your periods. After getting ready for the bed, you were looking for the painkillers, but you had none. Vian, I just hope this pain doesn't get worse. You sighed, rubbing your belly, and climbed on the bed between them. It was midnight when JK woke up by hearing the whimpers. He quickly turned on the lights and looked at you, who was crying, clutching on your stomach. Worry flashed on his face as he saw your condition. JK, what happened, Vian? He gently made you sit up and looked at you in confusion. JK, are you hurt? We woke up too by the noise and looked at you with concern. What happened? Why are you crying? Vian, period cramps. It's hurting, you sobbed. JK and we looked at each other, not sure what to do. We got up from the bed and went out while JK pulled you on his lap. JK, you will be fine. We came back and JK made you sit on the bed. Take this. We gave you painkillers. He made you lie back and placed the hot bag on your abdomen. You were surprised that how did they know about all these things. You didn't expect them to be so understandable. Ryan inwardly. Maybe giving them a chance isn't a bad idea. JK. Are you feeling better? Ryan. Better, thank you. There was a knock on the door and we got up to attend. He came back with tray which has ice cream. You sat up looking at him, amused, surprised, and impressed at the same time. We, I thought you might want to eat this. We take it out in the bowl and gave it to you. After finishing the ice cream, we placed your head on his chest while JK was massaging your feet. Ryan, thank you for taking care of me. You said, and they smiled. JK, if we don't, then who will? JK said with a smile, and by looking at his cute smile, you smiled too. How is your pain? We asked, massaging your scalp. Ryan, it's gone. I am feeling better now. We, good. Soon you fall asleep on his chest while JK was massaging your feet. More than a month passed, and their love and care increased for you. They were trying their best to win your heart, and their efforts made your heart soft for them. You were happy living with them both. We and JK's relationship also got strengthened because of you. They were comfortable around each other just because of you. They both have to attend a business meeting in Italy, but they didn't want it to leave you alone, so they took you with them. You were really happy going with them. They were busy in meetings, so you decided to go for a walk without informing them. You were humming song which was playing in your headphones and walking without any worries when you felt someone's presence behind you. You turned back and your eyes widened in fear. The mafia boss, Bruno, was standing with his men. Bruno, finally I found you. Now who will save you? Where are your those two saviors? Ryan, look, I, Bruno. Oh, little is scared. You know you should be. Because no one can save you this time. You shouldn't have put yourself in this all at first place, but now you will lose your life. He took out his gun and aimed on you. You turned back to run, but his men were making a circle around you. Your eyes teared up with the thought of your death. Ryan, God, please send them here. Please send them to save me. I want to live my life with them both. I don't want to end this all so early. Please. We and JK were in meeting. As soon as meeting finished, they came out of meeting room happily because of meeting was successful. They reached their room when they where they left you. They were excited to tell you about their successful meeting, but as they opened the door of the room, their eyebrows raised. They entered in room and looked for you in bathroom, but you were not anywhere in the room. They got worried. JK dialed your number, but call wasn't answered. He again dialed your number, but still no answer. We, we shouldn't have left her alone. JK, you are right. Where she can be at this time? We, wait, let me check her location. He checked your location in GPS and without wasting a second, they rushed out. Luckily, you were not too far, so they reached soon. But when they saw your condition, their jaw clenched and hands turned into fists. Bruno was pulling your hair and shouting at you to give him the recordings. You were screaming in pain and it made their heart ached. Without wasting a second, they took out their guns and shot everyone dead except Bruno. Bruno's hand was still in your hair, but he was looking at V and JK. You caught the chance. Kicking his balls, you made him scream in pain. Leaving your hair, he fell on ground screaming and yelling in extreme pain. You ran towards V and JK. They both hugged you tightly. You were sobbing and it was making them more angry on Bruno. V, give me a minute, butterfly. Leaving you in JK's arm, he walked towards Bruno. We, you, how dare you touch our girl? He roared and kicked him. He screamed in pain, and it made me a little satisfied. We started kicking him without giving him time to say anything. Soon his screams died. He was almost unconscious. JK kept his hands on your ears. You hugged him more tighter. We shot Bruno's brain out. Done with Bruno, he came back to you. Leaving JK, you hugged him and hid your face in his chest. It's alright, don't worry. He patted your head to comfort you. They took you to a hotel where you were staying. You were still scared hugging JK. We gave you a glass of water which you gulped down. They didn't ask you anything, not wanting to stress you out. Soon you slept in their warmth. Next morning you woke up and saw we and JK were already sitting on couch discussing something. Watching you sitting, they came to you and kissed you one by one. Good morning, butterfly. How are you feeling? Vian, good. Thank you for saving me. I thought that will be my last night on this planet. JK, no princess, we won't let you go so easily, he said with a naughty smile. Vian, I also don't want that. If you don't mind, then can we know why Bruno wanted to kill you? Vian, I'm sorry, I should have told you early, but I didn't. You told each and everything from the beginning. Listening you, they both hugged you. JK, wow, my princess is really brave. Yeah, you have a heart of gold, butterfly. You put your life in danger to save those innocent girls. I'm proud of you. JK, now your mission is complete. Bruno is no more, and we will try our best to stop this human trafficking. Vian, thank you so much. You became overjoyed and pecked their lips. JK, you should get up and have breakfast, princess. We have to take flight back to Korea. Vian, oh, I totally forgot about it. You panicked. We still have enough time. Don't need to worry. Vian's POV. It's been 3 days we came back to Korea. We and JK have planned a surprise for me. I was curious to know what they have planned. I had blindfold on and they were taking me somewhere. I was sure that it's something special because first time they had wear white suits to match my baby pink color dress. It was cute. I gasped when I was suddenly lifted up by V, and few minutes later he placed me down on hard surface. I held on his shoulders, not wanting to fall down. Ready? We asked, and I eagerly nodded. We slowly removed my blindfold, and I gasped in shock, looking at the scene in front of me. It looks like a dream has turned into real world. We were standing on the big luxurious boat in the middle of river which was surrounded by the cherry blossom. The water was covered in pink color with flamingos surrounding them. Everything was looking like a dream. Nothing was looking real. I turned around to look at them and my eyes widened in shock as I saw them on their knees, holding rings in their hands. My stomach filled with butterflies as they started speaking. We, butterfly, I know we are, and don't know how to treat you right, but you are my life, and I want us to become one. JK, I love you, princess. We love you, and we don't think it's necessary to wait any longer. I want you to become ours in every way possible. My eyes filled with tears. My eyes filled with tears as they started pouring their feelings out in words. This is the first time they were saying it in a romantic way, and I was beyond happy. We and JK looked at each other and said in unison, will you marry us, Vian? I looked at their hopeful eyes in awe. Vian, how can someone say no to you? Yes, I will marry you. We placed the ring on my finger, and after that, JK. When they both did it, the rings joined and create a beautiful heart-shaped design. Vian, it's beautiful. I confessed, looking at the beautiful creativity. They both kissed my hand and stood up. I hugged both of them. Vian, I love you. We, we love you too, baby. You have brought us together again. Because of you, our broken family is together and happy. JK, we are lucky to have you, Vian, and I'm the luckiest girl to have both of you. I giggled and they laughed too. Ella, you look beautiful, Vian. Ella said with glossy eyes as she saw you in the wedding gown. You were wearing beautiful gown with long veil. Vian, thank you, Ella, you said smiling. You walked towards them with bright smile on your face. Your heart fluttered as you looked at them waiting for you on the aisle. They both were wearing tuxedos, showing off their perfectly built bodies. Vi and Jackie smiled as they saw their bride walking towards them. You had that happy aura around you which was making everything bright and colorful. They needed that in their lives. Vi, my beautiful bride, Vi mumbled in awe. JK elbowed him, making him glare at him. JK, ours, we, yeah, our beautiful bride. He corrected himself. Ella clasped her hands together in happiness and her eyes filled with tears as she saw her family getting united forever. Maya placed her hand on her shoulder. Maya, it's happening, Mom, she said, smiling. Ella released a long sigh, wiping her tear. Ella, yes, it is. I got my family back. God bless this girl. We and Jacob both helped you to get on the aisle to stand in front of them. Bryce started the ceremony. No one was ready to do it, saying this marriage is not according to their culture and society, but it wasn't hard for mafias to convince them. They took their oaths and Bryce announced them husband and wife. We and JK kissed you one by one, and everyone cheered for you. All the guests and friends started congratulating you three one by one while they had their arms around your waist possessively. Author's POV. After everything, the newlywed couple bid their goodbyes and left the wedding. You must be thinking who Ella was. Ella adopted them both from an orphanage, but she always loved them like their own children. They became mafias and because of some misunderstandings they became enemies. But still they love and respect Ella more than their own mothers. She was the real mother for them both.